93 Boxing, I'm back with a quick video. Don't you all remember 2016? When Canelo Alvarez fought Amir Khan, knocked him the fuck out. And then he said he'll fight everyone. But then suddenly he vacates his title and people thought he was ducking Triple G. Because Triple G was his mandatory. And you know what? I knew. I didn't make a video then. My first video was the day on Triple G versus Kell Brook. Canelo was never really ducking Triple G. He was ducking the bullshit offer that the WBC would enforce if they fought Triple G at the time. And Canelo felt like he wanted to fight at 155 at the time, which Triple G wouldn't want to. I mean, Triple G doesn't want to give in to anyone's offers. Nowadays in boxing, the B side gives into the offers of the A side, into the demands of the A side, unless it's way too outlandish. In this case, it wasn't. Canelo had to give in to the demands of Floyd Mayweather Jr. He didn't complain. He didn't say shit. He was given the requirements. He abided by the requirements. 152 pounds. Like, everything was on Floyd's side. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, one of the judges was with Canelo, but damn. You have this bum fighter Triple G who don't want to take no chances, and he's going to sit there and his fans are going to sit there and say Canelo's the one ducking when Triple G fought no fucking body apart from David Lemieux, who is a good fighter, Curtis Stevens, who's a decent fighter, and who the fuck else did he fight? Not the best opposition. As soon as he stepped up, his best opposition ended up being Kell Brook. Like, for real? The guy 2 weight divisions below? And he was putting a whooping on you? Man, fuck this guy, man. And you know, when he fought Kell Brook, he was, right before that, he was talking about, oh, he's fighting Amir Khan too small, blah, blah, blah. But then you ended up fighting Kell Brook. And you're the one that's claiming you're not no businessman. You're just looking for unification and shit. Sure you did. You fought Kell Brook for a money fight. You're lying about that you don't want to take no money fight. Otherwise, you wouldn't fight Kell Brook. Fucking hypocrite. Liar. Triple G. The whole clique is a liar. And you know why a lot of fans are riding him? Obviously, some fans buy into the hype. Some fans fell from Manny Pacquiao when he lost to Floyd Mayweather and they hopped on Triple G's dick. Some were on Kovalev's dick and they hopped on Triple G's dick now because Kovalev lost. Some of them also hopped on McGregor's dick hoping that McGregor beats Floyd. They're all going to hop onto the next dick, probably Lomachenko. Triple G ain't shit, man. He said, anyone from 154 to 168. But you don't want to move up to 168 to fight no one. You don't want to go down to 155 for Canelo. You should only go to 154 for Floyd. Why'd you mention 168? Who's as big as Floyd at 168 or Canelo? But then all of a sudden you want to move up to 168 knowing that Andre Ward is not in 168 anymore. Fucking piece of shit. I actually like Triple G as a fighter, man. And he seems like a nice guy. But it's just, I don't like the lies that they put out, their whole clique. And I don't like the fact that he gets so much praise for doing so little. Always finding reasons to not take a fight. When you're the B-side, man. He's the B-side. He's the B-side. He should have taken Canelo fight at 155. You know, because at the end of the day, Canelo's the A-side. Why should Canelo be abiding by Floyd Mayweather's demands if no one else who's B-side compared to Canelo is not going to abide by their like Canelo's demands? But anyway, man, I've been making, ever since like September, I've been making videos, and I've been making videos about Canelo, saying that Canelo's not really ducking Triple G. Canelo would beat Triple G. And a lot of people thought I was crazy, even after Kell Brook, even knowing that Kell Brook hit him with the uppercut. Kell Brook hit Triple G with an uppercut and both of his feet was off the ground. Even seeing that, and then now people are saying, oh yeah, Canelo might beat Triple G because Danny Jacobs, look what Danny Jacobs did to him. My Danny Jacobs keys to victory was pretty accurate. Go check it out. My prediction for Kell Brook was, I made 2 videos. Check both of them out. It was pretty accurate, I like to think. Because I don't see Triple G as shit anyway, so it was not hard to pick it was not hard to predict the fight in terms of how it would play out, that Triple G might get exposed. Bum fighter Triple G, man. Triple G's like an alternative to Kell Brook at middleweight. He picked a welterweight that didn't do shit in his career apart from win Sean Porter just by a little bit. And the rest of, that's really can be considered as an anomaly, considering that you have 30-something fight and one good fighter, and the rest of them, C-level to bum fighters. And most of them being bum fighters, only a couple of them have been C-level, and I don't consider C-level as bum fighters. So just imagine if most of them are bum fighters, what sort of bums they are. And he fought Kell Brook. Man. And then guess what? When you fight Danny Jacobs in November, I made a video. Canelo will beat Triple G if Triple G stops bullshitting. And people have been shitting on my fucking video saying that, oh, Canelo, he's docking, blah, blah, blah. Look at him now. Revenge is sweet, isn't it? Canelo's good. I'm fairly sure Canelo looked at that shit. He didn't say much. He probably looked at that like, the fuck, man. The fans are probably misguided, misunderstood, and all that. Triple G been lying to the fans, portraying himself as the next best thing, the quote unquote. I had people telling me that he's the baddest man on the planet. When Charles Martin said, I walk this earth like a god, and Travis Scott put it in his boxing channel in the intro for a long time. Triple G should say, I walk this earth like a fraud. Well, that's what he's been doing. And you know what? Canelo's he's going to fight him at 160. So there's no excuses now. There's no fucking excuses. Canelo's definitely going to check them gloves. I mean, it's crazy that Triple G's been getting all these knockouts of Curtis Stevens and all that shit. And then Gabe Rosado's been saying, I felt nothing but raps. When Gabe Rosado got punched. And all of a sudden, you get your gloves checked by Eddie Hearn, because that's what Travis Gotti said, right? I think Travis Gotti was so pissed that Triple G is fighting Kell Brook. I think he texted Eddie Hearn through Twitter or some shit to find out, about the gloves. And Eddie Hearn says he will check the gloves. Or he checked the gloves or some shit. And all of a sudden, some guy checks his gloves. This guy's not able to knock any guys out, especially a welterweight. So you're able to knock out all these guys, but you hit this welterweight so many punches, right? This fucking welterweight, who's actually been down at welterweight anyway. That's not a shame at Kell Brook. Well, not really, considering that that's only once. But you are this baddest man on the planet. You can't knock this welterweight out after they check your gloves. Man, revenge will be coming soon, and Canelo will be definitely checking your gloves. You won't be having them gloves that you had against Gabe Rosado, fucking all these fighters that you've been having it against. Your fucked up gloves that Everlast don't want to talk about. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You look at the press conference, Canelo looks blindingly confident. His confidence is through the roof, man. And Triple G don't look so confident. His fans, I don't know, man, some of them don't comment no more on my channel because I guess they lost confidence. A lot of these Triple G fans are also Kell Brook fans. And their man already went down, so they stopped talking too much. Now Triple G's about to go down. Triple G ain't shit, man. Really ain't shit. You just imagine, they're talking about Canelo's power not being too much. But Triple G couldn't knock out a welterweight as soon as he get his glove checked. And you don't think he's going to get his glove checked against the A-side in boxing? Canelo's like the cash cow since Floyd Mayweather retired. And I guess Floyd Mayweather is the cash cow every time he comes back to boxing. But he's only going to fight McGregor. Triple G's done. Triple G's done. Be prepared for it. This is revenge coming soon. I don't like when fighters get too much criticism, too much credit for doing too little, while there are other fighters that have given us so much different things, so much great things, and yet they're not getting the credit that they deserve. And this year has been great, man. Loads of fighters getting exposed. Loads of fighters who have been, even if they're not hype jobs, they're still fooling the public into thinking that these fighters are brave and taking chances and have this great so-called undefeated record and shit or whatever. Like Kell Brook get fucked up by Errol Spence. like Kovalev getting messed up by Ward, like all these guys, man. Triple G getting messed up by Danny Jacobs. Guys are getting exposed. Triple G's about to get exposed soon. I mean, he could win. Who knows? Triple G's a good fighter still, but Canelo's got his number, man. Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below. I'm out.